say, yeah, it's finally here. Game day with Bubba K. Ain't nowhere to hide, so just line it up and run the play. Everybody wants to be a winner in December, but first we gotta separate contenders from pretenders. Not so fast, my friend, tell them for so. Our show is so superior to your show. ESPN, the king of college Big Skin. 10 years and running for a flat towards another team. A show down in Madison this week between the two front runners as to who will be the cream of the Big Ten crowd. The makers of the badges. Without a win today, nothing else really matters.
Coming back.
The major storyline on this Saturday. There is one team out there whose coach says it is immune from letdowns. Bob Stoops in Oklahoma, no letdowns allowed. The schooner rolling toward New Orleans, 6 wins away as Mizzou comes calling. But can they survive the cover jinx?
Is Oklahoma a lock for the Nokia Sugar Bowl?
They're not a lock. I still say they're going to get to the Nokia Sugar Bowl. I still say they're going to be undefeated. But if you look at their schedule the first half, if you're honest about it, I think Texas is a terrible football team. Their schedule the first half was not very hard. They're not a good football team at all. They get killed by anybody who has any physical play. The toughest part of Oklahoma's schedule is the second half of the season. We'll find out if they're real. It's not a lock, though.
Well, I agree that they're going, and I agree it's going to be a lock. Put the key in and turn it, lock it up. They will not lose the remainder of the season. They're too balanced on offense, defense, special teams. The best coach in the nation. Write it down. The Nokia Sugar Bowl, Oklahoma will fill one of those slots.
Well, I agree. It's just it's not locked.
But doesn't Les Miles have his number? Oklahoma State? You know, if Oklahoma State beats them again, if Oklahoma State were to win that game again.
Is Bob Stoops in trouble?
No. Can you imagine how much money Les Miles would make at coaching clinics?
Oh. That's true.
Oh, he would be a multi-millionaire, guys.
In the afterglow of the Red River route of Texas, Oklahoma believes it is impervious to a letdown. Bob Stoops says his football team does not let down. Missouri arrives as a very dangerous 4-touchdown underdog here, fully aware that Brad Smith really showed mastery over Oklahoma's defense a year ago. Almost 400 yards total offense in a near upset in Columbia. Stoops also is not going to recognize the possibility of a cover jinx for Sports Illustrated. As we watch Smith, the running. You don't think that, you don't buy in. See, Stoops' defense has seen this, and they're ready for it.
They've had a year to hear about it.
Now, the cover jinx is another factor here. You just ask the Cubs, ask Jake Plummer, ask Oregon about the cover jinx of a certain sports magazine. Jason White's right there on the cover. Remember, Oklahoma's 47-game winning streak snapped by Notre Dame the week they appeared on the cover. Steve Owens appeared on the cover in '69. They lost to Missouri the next week. But just maybe the man to break that mojo is Jason White. As Lisa Salters reports, the Sooner quarterback has already had so much negative mojo, maybe he's immune to it.
Let me fill you in on toughness.
Did his knee buckle?
Mental toughness.
Jason White, the runner, is beating Texas.
I remember watching him 3 years ago in the Texas game, and he was doing spin moves and juking and going on. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he could do that.
He was awesome as a runner. I mean, he ran great versus Texas. I believe the next week, Kansas, I don't know, he had a 100-yard rushing game.
There he goes.
I had happy feet. I was constantly moving my feet, constantly looking for somewhere to run.
That changed in 2001, when then a sophomore, Sooners quarterback Jason White tore the ACL in his left knee midway through the season. After rehabbing his way back, White was named the starter at the beginning of the 2002 season, only to blow out his right knee in the second game.
In both injuries, no one touched me. And so I kind of thought, maybe someone's trying to send me a sign saying that I shouldn't be here, shouldn't be playing this.
To go through so much pain, so much hard work, so much suffering, would he have the confidence that they would remain healthy, and would he want to go put himself through all that again to get back on the field?
After asking himself those same questions, White says he made a commitment to the Sooners and to himself to persevere. And in doing so, he says he now believes that perhaps those happy feet were in fact slowing down his progress as a quarterback.
My feet used to be so fast in the pocket that, I'd drop so fast in the pocket that I would receivers weren't even into their routes. And I would be way too early. That's why they weren't open, because I'd be too early trying to find them. And now that I had my knee surgery, it kind of made me slow my feet down. it's really got me in rhythm.
He's able to get rid of the football because he sees the holes, and he's got confidence the way he's throwing it to put the ball in those holes without having to run.
When things break down, you have those scrambling type quarterbacks, but sooner or later, a defense is going to keep a quarterback in the pocket. Therefore, you need to make that pocket throw to win it all. And that is where we're at with Jason now.
White buys time, goes in zone, got a receiver. Touchdown!
I don't mind not running. And, you know, to be honest with you, it saved me a lot of hits. Because used to, I'd wake up on Sunday mornings and think I got hit by a train. This year, I wake up on Sunday morning sometimes, I think, did I play yesterday? So I think it saved a lot of pain.
Well, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 50-plus points in each of the last 4 games. I mean, it's scary how good they are.
Well, Oklahoma used to just beat you down with their defense and winning football games, but not anymore. It's obvious their offense can put up a lot of points. But I think their offensive coaching staff deserves a lot of credit because they build an offense around Jason White that's diverse and explosive at the same time. They can do a bunch of different things, and this is a great illustration of what they're doing now in Norman. They're running more consistently from the I formation. Here a simple counter. Jamal Brown, the big tackle, comes around to pick up a block last week against Texas. Then Kewan Jones gets up the field. Look at the hole, the gaping hole that he's able to run up into. But running from the eye. Second thing, not only from the shotguns, which is where they've always been, going back to Josh Heupel, but the ability to strike downfield in a hurry with explosive receivers. Will Peoples back and healthy and making plays. And here's the difference in Jason White individually. The pressure, the pocket, the patience, sitting in there instead of bailing out and relying on his feet. Oklahoma in this game with the great offense, with the defense. They've had to hear about Brad Smith and the close call against Missouri last year for a whole year. Not today. Oklahoma will not have a letdown. They will be ready to play because of what happened last year against Brad Smith.
Also, the fact when Missouri beat Nebraska, Oklahoma knows how good Nebraska is. That alerted them. Oklahoma big at home.
You guys both have Jason White as your halfway point Heisman front runner.
Number one.
He's a guy that deserves to stay healthy. You just hope that he can.
He gets it. Got your shot at it.
All right.
It was a blowout. Missouri against the #1 team in the land, Oklahoma, and here come the Sooners.
And 10 game in the second quarter.
You know, this is what Oklahoma does to you. They just erupt. Jason White and Mark Clayton makes a great play on the ball.
He just takes it away from the center. This is the strength of the wide receivers of Oklahoma. They go get the football.
Well, it's only under 7 minutes to go in the half. Now just under 3. This is a 4th and 6 play. White to Juwan Rankins.
Just another example, Mark, here. Look at Rankins catch this ball. Should have been tackled. Should have been tackled. Should have been tackled. Should have been tackled. The strength of these wide receivers is unbelievable. And look at the strength of Antonio Perkins. A beautiful move there. Makes a couple misses. Gets a great block right there. All the way in for the touchdown.
7th punt return touchdown of his career that ties the NCAA record. 4 of them this season. That also ties the NCAA record for that career mark. Oddly enough, all of the guys, former Big 8, Big 12 guys. David Allen from K-State, Jack Mitchell from OU, and Johnny Rogers. Where did he play again?
The University of Nebraska.
That's right. He did play at Nebraska. I remember that now. Antonio Perkins is a little special teams play because you must be sound in the kicking game. And nobody is better in the return game than Antonio Perkins from Oklahoma.
You see that little move right there, a little subtle, takes a step forward, comes back, gets to the sideline, great blocking downfield, all the way in for the touchdown, Antonio Perkins.
Ties the 1A record with his 7th career punt return for a touchdown. He's got 4 this season.